Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Can we just look at my shirt? Let's just take a moment, okay? This shirt is from the men's section of Target and it was like, I want to say $12. I ripped it up, I cropped it, and now it looks really cute. I'm gonna give you guys like a little like, hey, look how cute. I ripped it up. Yeah, it says baddies and it's the bad villains from the princess area of Disney. Anyway, squirrel, side note. Today's video is gonna be another Ed Talk. I got so much response from my first Ed Talk, which is how to keep a healthy relationship. I'm gonna link that down below so you guys can check it out. This is a new series that I basically talk about things that are solely based on my opinion, my thoughts, what I think, giving that advice to you. So today's Ed Talk is gonna be first date red flags and how you can catch on to them like this. If you guys didn't already know, I upload every single week. Look out for a video every single week. Hey. And hit that bell notification button to be notified every Thursday and Sunday that I upload. Let's get started. I'm gonna need some water for this. So everything here is based on my opinion and I'm going to speak as if I'm the person that's trying to find my red flags. So I'm going to do red flags in guys and in girls. So I'm gonna start off with guys first. First of all, when you guys are deciding on going on a date, right? You're going on a first date and this could be either at a coffee shop, at an ice cream shop, at a restaurant, whatever. You guys have to decide on where to go. If he doesn't really give in, okay, you choose where we're going, or very, I don't know, that's kind of annoying because if he's doing this on the first date, best believe he's gonna do this in the future because the first date is like the spot where you want to present yourself, do everything well to, you know, catch that girl's feelings or whatever. So if you're starting off by saying, oh, I don't know, you choose, that's so annoying for me. I'd be annoyed. I expect a guy to say, be ready at 7 p.m. on Friday, we're going here, whatever. That is how you gravitate the girl, okay? By you saying, I don't know, that just shows your instability of life because you can't even decide on a freaking restaurant to go to. Like, come on, put a little bit more thought into it. And if he's not putting in thought like that, so this is for girls, if he's not putting in thought like that, guess what? You're probably not that important. I'm just gonna say that straight off the bat. If he cared, he'd put in thought, but he obviously doesn't. So move on. For me, it's very important to recognize a guy's manners. Same thing with a girl. I expect the guy to open the door wherever I go. If he's not opening doors for you, to me, that's hella disrespectful. That is important to me because it just shows that you're a gentleman, that you'll open up doors for you. You'll treat the girl in front of you like your mother, you know? So those things are so important for me. If, you know, he doesn't open the door, he doesn't have to like come open and close my door in the car every single time, like no, but opening a door, it's just little things that matter to me. Just open the door, okay? Be a gentleman. If you're gonna be like, no, she could open the door, that just says a lot about you, okay? This works for both. You're gonna be doing things that show how gentleman you are, and she's gonna be doing things that shows what a lady she is. Like, it has to be balanced. If you go to my relationship video, everything is about balance. You cannot open doors, close doors, pull out her seat, push it in, and then have her just be chilling, like doing nothing. No, it doesn't work like that. It has to be from both sides. Another thing is for both parties, men, women, if he or she is on the phone while you guys are trying to get to know each other on a first date, just cut that girl out. Cut that guy out because that shit's annoying. That means you don't care enough to put your 100% attention to me to really get to know who I am. Because if he's on the phone not giving a shit like what this first date is, he probably has done this with many women. And same thing with the girl. Maybe that's why you're still single. I'm gonna be honest. If you're not giving your 100% into the person who is in front of you, you really think that they're gonna be like, oh, it's okay, he's on the phone. Oh, it's okay, I'm just sitting here in silence, or I'm talking and he's just listening while texting on the phone. That's annoying. There are priorities. priorities. That is all about a relationship. If you cannot put your phone down for 1 second for a first date, that means that you are not his first priority. He really doesn't give a shit. He's just gonna be on his phone, you know, doing whatever he does. It doesn't matter. You're a businessman, you're a CEO, or you're a school teacher, or whatever the case may be. You can put 30 minutes to an hour down and put your phone and just vibe with that person. Get to know who you're with. Because if he's doing that on the first date, you know he's gonna be doing that all the time. Same thing with girls. That is another red flag if he or she is always on the phone. On a first date, that's supposed to be all about you and that person. Annoying. This I cannot emphasize more is when you go to a restaurant and your waitress or waiter comes around the corner, welcomes you to this restaurant, and he or she is taking your order or whatever. And if that person that you are on a date with is disrespectful, or if you are disrespectful to a waiter or waitress, that says so much about your character. I cannot stand a person like a Karen towards a waiter or waitress. You better talk to that waiter or waitress with 100% absolute respect. Have a full smile on your face. Make things easy, because guess what? Let's just talk about manners and respect. If he's talking to a waiter or waitress rude, right? He's gonna do that shit to you because this is the first time he's meeting you. This is the first time he's meeting that waitress. You guys are basically in the same ballpark. And he's talking to the waitress like that. That says a lot about his character. People that work in the food industry, like waitresses, waiters, whatever, I respect them so much because it is not easy dealing with people who are hangry. Okay, people don't come to a restaurant because they're full. They come to a restaurant because they're hungry and they're dealing with food, which is probably one of the most important things about anybody's life. Food. So just dealing with that and then being rude to the person who's literally feeding you, like that's a no. That's a no for me. You better talk with the absolute 100% respect, or it's deuces for me, okay? Because if you're doing that to her, you're gonna do that to me, and I'm not okay with that. I notice this all the time, and for some people it might not matter, but for me it does, because everything that you do or say foreshadows something that is gonna happen in the future. Okay, that happens in every life situation out there ever. If you're on a date, right, and you guys are looking at the menu or whatever, and the waiter comes around and says, what would you guys like to drink? If your date doesn't even ask you and says, oh, she'll have a water, like, some people might think that's stupid, right? But just think about it. He didn't even give you the opportunity to choose what you're gonna drink. Number one, that's freaking control right there to me. Super controlling. Number two, he doesn't even ask me, does he give a shit? Like, what if I wanted a margarita? Or what if I wanted a freaking Moscow Mule? You're gonna let me have a water? You better put lemon in there at least. Like, shit. That is rude. You're not even asking her what she wants. Like, it's just little things like that that are so important to me. Or if he orders for you, like, that shit's weird. Unless you tell him like, oh, I want to have this, and then when the waiter comes and says, oh, what are you guys gonna have, and he says to the waiter what you want, like, yeah, that's fine. But if he's like making these decisions by himself without even communicating, like, boom, a red flag, girl. That is control. That is communication problems. You can't even have a drink without him saying, she'll have a water. No, thank you. This is super important to me. A lot of people might disagree. A lot of people might agree. This is just me, okay? For me, it is very important that on the first date, the guy pays for the bill. A lot of people are gonna be like, why? Da 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 da. For me, that shows stability. For me, that shows being a gentleman, because you will do everything for your lady. So when you go out, he's gonna pay. For me, taking the check, it's not just about money. Oh, he's paying for it. It's about stability. It's about, oh, you're taking me out. You know what I mean? It's not about the money. It's just about the principle behind taking the bill. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't care. They're like, oh, I don't care. I could pay for the bill, whatever. Yeah, sure. But on the first date, like, you have to make the best moves on the first date. You're trying to impress that person. And on the first date, he's gonna be like, oh, is this on you? Or can we split it? For me, that's very important. You have to take the bill, and I don't need to communicate that to you. You should already know that. And if you don't do that, then that's probably not for me, because that just shows your characteristics. Some can agree, some could not. It's just super important to me. If he or she is not giving 100% attention to you on the first date, that's a problem. You can look and see through everything when you look at someone's eyes. And if you're looking at their eyes and they're just wandering around while you're having conversation, girl, he's gonna wander around when you're not having a conversation, okay? Facts. That is 100% real. Same thing for the girl. If he's trying to talk to you and have a full-on conversation and she's just looking around and trying to impress the other people around her, red flag. Red flag. All these things foreshadow what you're gonna have to be dealing with in the future. Some people think a first date, oh, we're just going on a first date. You can find out so much information from a first date. It's so true. You are going to have so much information after you are done eating dinner or having a coffee or whatever. Oh, another thing that I forgot to mention in the very beginning is when you go on a date, I hope he's picking you up. Because if he's not picking you up and he's like, oh, we could just meet there. Or can you Uber there? I'm just gonna go from after work or whatever. You're obviously not a #1 priority. If he's not even gonna come pick you up, like this is all an impressing type of thing, a first date. You're trying to do the best to get that girl's attention, get them feelings flowing, and you can't even pick her up. Like, that's kind of sad. Unless you guys live on like opposite ends of the state or town or whatever and you're gonna meet up there. For me, you better come pick me up, because that car ride says a lot too. Like, it's not just about getting picked up from your house. It's about that car ride to the restaurant. You can know so much information from just that car ride. Something that is so funny that I actually have told like my friends or my cousins or whatever. So body language says a lot on a first date. If that guy is on a first date and he's just like this on a first date and doesn't really give a shit, that's just not somebody I would want to be with. You better be trying to get to know me. Full posture. Don't be slouching out like it's freaking Super Bowl Sunday, okay? At least for that, you'll even be excited. Be a little bit more excited for me. What the hell? That's a red flag. Also, if this person talks about themselves and only themselves, red flag. Red flag. If this person that you're on a date with makes everything about themselves, like, damn. You don't have anything else to talk about? Like, you only know about yourself? Like, damn. We can't even have an intellectual conversation. It just has to be about what you did and what you're doing and what you have and what, like, ew. No, bye. Another thing, for me, being late. If you told me that you're gonna pick me up at 7 p.m. and you don't show up until like 9:30, I'm gonna be pissed off, okay? I'm gonna be pissed off because #1, that is my biggest pet peeve, being late. #2, that means that I wasn't that much of a priority. See how a lot of these flags come back to priority, narcissism, communication skills. This is all the advice that I gave in my first video. But in a first date, you can find out so much information about the person you're with just by how they talk. Do they complain a lot? Do they make everything about themselves? Another thing, do they agree with like everything you're saying? Do they not have their own opinion? Like, are you not your own self? You're just kind of saying yes to everything I'm saying. Like, damn. Maybe I want to get to know you a little bit. Maybe you should disagree. Or maybe if you're trying to test that person, say some bullshit. Like, say some bullshit and see if they agree. If they do that, girl, bye. There's a lot of things that you can keep a lookout. Body language, the way they talk, what they talk about, the gestures they do, all of those things can be spotted out in a first date. There are so many things. I think I got like the basics of red flags in a first date, okay? You guys have to be careful, keep a lookout, keep your eyes open, and really get to know who that person is, because the things that happen on a first date will foreshadow what will happen in your future. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this Ed talk. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all my latest videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.